there's never a right time to start. That I believe to be a true thing when I say it, or else I would not have said it most likely. I think you can find ways to keep putting off something that you want to do, mean to do, maybe are even meant to do. And that's what I've done, and that's what I'm hoping to end today. I would like to start doing something that I have found every excuse not to do. I said that I don't have the right equipment, and maybe I was right. And I have a bad haircut, and maybe that is right. And every reason in the book. I'm not the guy for the job. This is a dumb job, so I guess I am. Something that's been on my mind for a long time. And that thing is, how many pull-ups could I do if I weighed as much as the Headless Horseman? And yes, on the surface, that might seem obvious. We all want to know how many pull-ups we could do if we made as much as all kinds of historical, fictional, famous characters. You know, we all want to know. I'm not the first person to think of it. I'm not the only person walking around town thinking, how many pull-ups could I do if I weighed as much as all the Ninja Turtles combined? But I'm the first one that's sitting in front of a camera in a Toyota in the rain talking about it. So today I'm going to get to the bottom of it. I'm going to add the weight. I'm going to find out how much I can do if I weigh as much as the Headless Horseman. I've been doing calisthenics for about 8 years, but only about 3 of those have been serious. I've had a lot of other interests, including but not limited to gaining a whole bunch of weight and getting fat for a while, and then getting back into fitness. And now I'll include some footage of the kind of things that I do now. And some of y'all might think they're cool, and some of y'all might think that's an adult man in a park doing gymnastics, and that's the opposite of cool. And you're both right. Both people that might be having those feelings about what I'm doing. So before I go any further, I would like to encourage you, if you have anything you've been putting off, to just go ahead and start it with what you got and where you are. There's no reason you can't. Maybe your dream is to, well, I don't want to, if you're up to no good, I don't want to encourage you. If you've been like thinking about, if you've got like a list, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to encourage you to do that. And the last thing before I go any further is that anybody who feels comfortable talking to the camera doing this should be evaluated by the state, admitted, and probably just throw away the key. Anybody who is natural at this, you are Jeffrey Dahmer. Just had to get that out there. But okay, the Headless Horseman. How many pull-ups could I do at his body weight? Turns out his body weight is 250 pounds. And I'm a lean, mean, not girl-bodied 170 pounds. So we'll get to that, but first a little bit about the guy, the man, the myth, the legend of Sleepy Hollow. I took some notes in case I forgot, which I almost definitely will. So Washington Irving, which sounds like he could have been one of our founding fathers. He wrote The Legend of Sleepy Hollow, which is where the Headless Horseman comes from, in 1820. The Headless Horseman was a German mercenary whose head was popped off by a cannonball during the American Revolution. And then he rides around through the night looking for his head, but he can't find it, and he brings along like a flaming pumpkin instead. And his arch nemesis is Ichabod Crane, who's kind of a bookly, I don't know if that's a word, picture a nerd, an 1820s nerd. He's trying to get the girl, and it doesn't end well for him. Ichabod is maybe killed, or at the minimum, he has been stolen from this world by the Headless Horseman. My wife called me and tried to sabotage the video that I was making, but I will persevere, and I will finish telling you about the Headless Horseman. And I did that. That was all the stuff I know about the Headless Horseman. So now I will go ahead and I will tell you to like and subscribe. I got 5 reps. I feel like that is more than the Headless Horseman could do. If I do become a Headless Horseman, I can probably do at least 5 reps, and that's on gymnastics rings, which are harder. And I was already pretty tired. I don't make excuses. Battling an injury, no excuses. But please like and subscribe. I'm going to do my best to post. I'm not going to commit to any kind of amount per week, and I'm probably talking to myself unless my mom figured out how to get onto the World Wide Web and watch this. But I'm going to keep going, and if you got something in your heart and your mind that you want to do, I think you should either start or keep going. Depends on where you're at in your journey. Like, subscribe.